Okay, we have all been there, right? You've got a dozen browser tabs open, notes scattered everywhere, and that feeling of dread is just starting to creep in about your next trip. You know, travel planning can seriously feel like a full-time job. But what if I told you we could take all that chaos and turn it into a perfectly organized custom travel map in less than 15 minutes? And yeah, we're going to do it all with AI.
Does the thought of planning your next vacation feel more like a nightmare than, a dream come true? Trust me, you are not alone. That endless research, the fear of missing out on the best spots, it can be totally overwhelming. Well, today we are going to fix that for good.
I'm sure this looks pretty familiar. This is the old grind, spending hours scrolling through reviews, manually trying to plot points on a map, and desperately trying to connect all your scattered bookmarks into some kind of plan that makes sense. It's a process that can just eat up your entire weekend, and honestly adds a ton of stress to what should be an exciting time.
But listen, that old way, it's over. The process we're about to walk through is a total game changer. Seriously. It takes that mountain of work and just shrinks it down into a fast, super efficient, and, let's be honest, a much more fun way to do things. So, let's start with our digital canvas. And no, this is not your everyday Google Maps app. We are talking about its way more powerful, but kind of overlooked sibling, Google My Maps. This is the secret weapon that's going to be the foundation for our entire itinerary.
So what is it exactly? Well, think of it as your own personal map-making lab. You'll find it at mymaps.google.com, and it is built specifically for creating these awesome, interactive, shareable, and really customized maps that will put your standard saved places list to shame.
And the real power of My Maps is in its features. Now, layers are the most important thing for us. They let you organize your whole trip day by day, which is just perfect. Plus, you can customize pin colors, add detailed notes, and even strip away all the map clutter for a really clean, focused view of your plan.
Okay, so this brings us to the heart of the whole process. We've got our canvas, right? Google My Maps. Now we need the paint. And instead of spending hours manually researching, we are going to use AI to generate the entire itinerary all in one shot. The secret to all of this is in the prompt you give the AI. You have to be specific. So start with the basics: where you're going, how long you'll be there. Then get detailed. Ask for specific kinds of restaurants, certain activities, even fun stuff like emoji icons. But that third step you see here, that is the absolute key to making this whole thing work. And here it is. This is the most important part. You must ask the AI to format its output as a CSV file. Now, CSV just stands for comma-separated values. It's basically a simple spreadsheet format, and it's the structured data that Google My Maps can read instantly. Seriously, without this step, the whole system falls apart.
Okay, so you've written your perfect prompt, and the AI has spit out this block of text that's formatted as a CSV. Now for the magic trick, turning that raw data into a beautiful visual map.
I mean, this is the difference right here. On one side, you've got the slow, tedious, one-by-one process of dropping pins manually. And on the other, you have this AI-powered import that gives you a super detailed, information-rich map in literally seconds. It's no contest. The time you save here is just staggering. We are not talking about a small improvement. This workflow can genuinely cut your total travel planning time by about 90%. 90! And you get a way more detailed and useful result at the end of it. So how does it actually work? It's really simple. First, you just copy that CSV data from your AI, paste it into a spreadsheet app like Google Sheets or Excel, and then export each day's plan as its own separate CSV file. Then pop over to My Maps, create a new layer for, say, day 1, click Import, and upload that file. The last thing you do is just tell My Maps which column has all the addresses. And this is the aha moment. You click Finish, and just like that, boom, your map fills with perfectly placed pins. And each one is packed with all the details you asked for: operating hours, local facts, recommendations. All that research that would have taken you hours is just done in an instant.
But a plan is only useful if you can actually use it on the go, right? The real test is how this all works when you're navigating a new city. And this is where the whole system really comes together.
Because all that work you just did, it is not stuck on your computer. The mobile experience is where this AI-powered map really proves its worth. It basically transforms your phone into the ultimate personalized travel guide. See, your custom map automatically syncs to the regular Google Maps app on your phone. So you can just tap any pin for directions, read all your notes, and this is a big one, you can access it all offline, which is great for saving on international data. You can even share the link with your travel buddies so everyone is literally on the same map.
Okay, so here are a couple of pro tips. First, a heads up. AI-generated website links can be kind of hit or miss, so it's always a good idea to double-check those. For a more advanced move, you can try adding a new layer just to draw out walking routes between your pins. And for the absolute best results, try running your prompt in different AIs, like Claude and ChatGPT, to see who gives you better suggestions.
But here's maybe the most important thing to remember. This tool gives you a foundation, not a rigid script. It's designed to eliminate the stress of planning so you have more freedom. The best moments when you're traveling are often the spontaneous ones. So use this map as your guide, but always leave room for discovery.
So that leaves us with one last thought. You now have the power to create a nearly perfect travel plan in minutes. It gives you structure, confidence, and most importantly, more time to just enjoy the journey. So the only real question left is, what hidden gem or spontaneous adventure will be the first thing you add to your map?